Take a moment to relax. Go to a private space for this meditation where you can make sounds or cry without having to hold back in any way. Set an intention to make this space a safe and sacred place for you to take the next few minutes to check in with yourself. Either sitting or lying down, get yourself comfortable and focus on simply listening for a bit. So you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. As silly as it sounds, this is not an easy thing to have happen. You might feel sad, lonely, angry, or just plain grumpy. You might feel completely disconnected and cut off from everything good in the world. Maybe there is a deep desire to get out of your life because it suddenly feels meaningless and worthless. First off, let me say that this is completely normal and happens to the best of us. What is so perplexing is how this can seemingly happen out of nowhere and literally slam us to the ground. This is when we need to pay close attention to what it is in our lives that needs some rebalancing. If we stay immersed in the ego thought system, loaded down with these negative emotions and feelings, we can find ourselves trying our best to analyze our way out. The problem with this is that the ego is controlling the mind, so no solution it comes up with will ever fully solve the problem. At some point, we end up giving up and wallowing in the misery with no seeming way out, a very lonely and frustrating place to be. What feels so wrong here is that we feel completely cut off from our higher selves, our inner guidance. We feel completely cut off from the joy and peace that is an inherent aspect of our true nature that we sorely miss. All we can hear are the whines and pleas of our ego as it drags us down deeper into the analytical thinking mind, and all we feel is the misery of feeling separated, isolated, and completely alone. At this point, the most important thing we need to do is to reconnect with our higher selves by getting quiet and tuning in. We do this through relaxation and meditation. This will allow us to release the negative emotional energy trapped inside us that is blocking us from sensing our connection with our higher selves and feeling that inherent joy and peace that we are missing so very much. Let's take the next few minutes to relax, shift out of the ego controlling the mind, and remember a state in which we can sense our connection with our higher self and tune into the guidance it has for us through insight and intuition. So take your hands in prayer pose in front of your heart as we set an intention for this meditation. Holy Spirit, help me to release all negative thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that are blocking my connection with you and preventing me from hearing your guidance. Through insight and intuition, guide me in ways that will help me to keep these blocks at bay so that I can experience my inner peace and joy that is an inherent part of my true nature. Holy Spirit, help me to remember that you are my higher self, a part of my own eternal spirit, and allow me to be open to trusting your guidance for me in every moment. Now release the hands from prayer position and take a nice, deep breath. Take a deep breath and relax into the knowledge that you are not the only one who feels like this from time to time. Take a deep breath and relax into that ball of stuck energy that may be hovering inside of your belly. Soften into any resistance that you may be feeling in letting this energy go. If you are sitting, sit nice and tall. Feel your sits bones melting down into the earth. Draw the crown of your head up to the sky. And as you do, feel the back of the neck lengthening and the chin slightly tucking towards that open heart. Feel the torso drawing up out of the pelvis. Try and soften the belly area as much as possible. If you are lying down, simply extend the feet and heels away from the crown of the head for a moment, and then release, letting the entire body simply melt into the ground. Allow the shoulders and face to completely relax. Allow all the little tiny muscular attachments around the eyes to soften until you feel the eyebrows spread apart and the teeth part slightly as that jaw relaxes. Take your hands and place them lovingly on your lower belly. This is your emotional body. Begin deepening the breath through the nostrils so that you feel the belly expand into your hands. Feel some emotion arising. If you feel a knot or ball of tension in the belly, breathe in through the nose, right through the center of it. As you exhale, open the mouth and make any sounds that feel like they naturally want to arise, releasing this tension from the body. Let tears come if they are there. Take the next few moments to continue breathing deep into the lower belly until all of the emotional energy is expressed, either through sound or crying. As you continue to focus on this release through the breath, remember, your higher self is in constant communication with you at all times. In peace and stillness, you will find your inner guide speaking with you, guiding you, and supporting you in every moment. Be open to any insights showing you things in your life that you have been avoiding or ignoring that need to be looked at more closely. In this peace and quiet, notice if there are decisions to be made and any crystal clear answers to questions you've been asking. Allow these insights to arise and simply recognize them for what they are. Take more time if you need to rest in this peaceful place as I read a passage from Neale Donald Walsch's book, Home with God in a Life That Never Ends. He says the following: For now, rest quietly in your heart with the knowledge that all things are happening with perfection. For now, rest quietly in your heart with the knowledge that all things are happening with perfection. Namaste. The light in me is the light in you. We are all connected. Namaste.